years.
Yeah,
Our families were supposed to go to Florida again.
Go home.
Oh, fuck that. Fuck that.
Come on.
You could go home. I'm going to my fucking house. I don't want to see you
Go
again.
home.
Are you guys?
What led to this situation happening? Hope she's happy.
Are you guys dating?
Yeah, long time. Almost 3 years already.
3 years. You guys trust each other?
Of course I do. I trust her.
Yeah. I mean, like 3 years. Like that's pretty.
3
long.
years takes a long time, though.
Yeah. Are you down to find out if your girl is on any dating apps right now?
Yeah, of course I
Down?
am. Yeah.
Why are we doing this?
What are you talking about?
I don't want to do this. Can we just go? This is stupid.
Don't worry.
No.
Just gonna be using Cheater Buster AI right now, and it's basically gonna use AI to tell us if she's on any dating apps. You just got like a picture of her. You can like airdrop me real fast. Just like, you? Is this her?
No, that's not me. Come on. Come on.
Wow.
Why she's fucking worried. It's been 3 years.
Hello, everybody. This is Ghost Hunter 385. I am back again with another Warcraft video for everybody with a new topic and everything. Now, sonny boy, do you hear me? Good. Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, and hit the like button, because this little channel needs all that it can get. Hey everybody, Ghost Hunter 385 here. I hope you are enjoying all my efforts into making these videos better. Truly, I hope you do enjoy. But anyway, everybody, I digress. Let's get on to subject. And this subject is whom you shouldn't take dating advice from. Now, am I going to sit here and just nag your heads off about we should just do what the Red Pill community says? No, I don't. Frankly, the Red Pill community does a fair amount of work to try and help men reclaim masculinity, in my opinion. But sadly, the Red Pill community fails in all other aspects, including dating. Why is that? Because in a lot of cases, the Red Pill community fails to understand human nature and what humans want. Now, what kind of dating roles are there? Well, there's the traditional and the new age, but here's from the whatever podcast talking about traditional dating.
I'm very traditional.
But you want a guy to pay for the first date?
Yes. Because I feel like paying for the first date, you're paying for my time. Like I feel I'm valuable as a woman and you're paying for your time. No, not a.
So wait, why?
I'm giving you my energy. I'm giving you.
Yeah, so is he.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay,
but
so you guys should go 50-50 then.
No.
The same exact amount of time that you spend on the date, he spends on the date too.
Well,
you're
he's trying to court me. I'm the woman. If you're talking about traditional women.
Really? On the first date? What are you doing on the first date?
No, I'm not saying on the first date.
Okay.
But if we're planning to get married, I, as the woman, am adding value as a woman, right, to the household. I'm traditional in that sense then.
What sense?
In the sense that I want to be courted.
You're traditional in the sense that you want the benefits of courtship. I am traditional
I'm also
in the sense that...
I'm not against 50-50 either.
You're right. I'm a boy. I'm traditional in the sense that I want a virgin woman, but I won't pay for first dates, and I'm not going to protect you. I won't take the bullet for you. I won't provide. I'm also like super feminine. I'm not masculine.
Totally reasonable.
Totally. Is that a fair proposition?
Now, traditional dating is a nice idea, concept. The fundamental problem with this is that, women expect men to keep to their traditional dating roles. Tadashi, or however, yes, I'm throwing in a little bit of Japanese. I'm pretty sure I'm saying it wrong, but however here, women want traditional courtship. They want traditional dating. However, they don't want to do the traditional thing for the men. Yeah, and I can already hear the voices going, oh, traditional. Who cares? It's 2025 now. Who cares? Well, not simpatico. What's the phrase I'm looking for here? Oh yeah, fairness and equity. Well, not equity. If you want a traditional man, then it's fair for him to demand a traditional woman. Virgin, wants to give you children, wants to be a stay-at-home mom, is willing to put the children's needs above hers for the sake of the children. Not like the lady in this video where she's on a little dating show, and as soon as she hears he wants his own, she's like, nope, sister, he is done.
To do next, okay.
Yeah, what's next?
Nah, that's fair. That's fair. You said you were how old?
I'm 35.
35. Okay. Can I ask her another question? Do you have kids?
I do.
How many?
I have 3.
How many fathers?
I was once married.
So just one?
Yes.
How long were you married?
8 years. Do you have children?
No.
Do you want children?
Yes.
I'm done.
Yep, this is what dating looks like nowadays. She's not willing to give you the traditional benefits because for a woman to a man because it's so outdated. And it goes against the woman's philosophy and mentality. So, let us ask a basic question here. Not just would you date these women, let's ask the basic question. Not would you date these women, would you even consider these women, and also would you even consider asking them for advice? Lady number 1 there, she wants all the benefits of a traditional man, but she doesn't want to give the man traditional benefits that a woman would give. Virgin bride, children that are yours. Helping you build a strong, stable, and peaceful household. Most modern women that we see do not want to give men that, yet they fully expect the traditional benefits of the man. Hypocritical is a big word, but of course we also have to acknowledge that we see these women on whatever podcast, the Fresh and Fit podcast, and all that. So we do need to ascertain here a couple grains of salt here on the basis that, these are the women that we're seeing. Does that mean it's all women? No, it doesn't. However, it does show that this attitude is becoming more and more popular amongst women. So, with that in mind here, let's consider lady number 2 for a minute. She wants a man, yet she's not willing to give him the traditional benefits. She wants a man. She doesn't want to give him kids because she already has 3 with her ex-husband. And oh, honey, if you honestly think I have never seen the Maury Povlich show, where 30 to 40% of the men who are brought in to be tested were not the father. I mean, there were a couple of cases that were pretty extraneous, if you ask me. But, that's the outlier. Not what you would see on every episode. So that being the case here, let's touch up on one episode where you have a black man, a white woman, and a black woman. Both women say he is our baby's father. Black man says only the black woman's baby is his child. White woman says, you were fooling around with me, and that's your baby because I was only fooling around with you. Maury lets the drama go on. Then they sit down, they get to the paternity results. In the case of white girl's baby, Mr. Black Man, you are the father. In the case of the black woman's baby, black man, you are not the father. And of course, the crowd does this, the crowd does that. The white lady stands up and says, yeah, I had his baby, you didn't. And it just goes on and on and on. But we can sit there and ask the basic question, with the 30-40% on the Maury Povich show, and nationally in the United States being right around 30% last time I heard those numbers, that men are not the fathers of the children that are either in marriage or why they got into the marriage for some cases. Men are not the father. So this goes down the little rabbit hole of, women want, again, they want the traditional man, but they are not willing to give him the traditional benefits of being the woman. So this begs the question. No wonder why men are walking away from dating. Who knows? Maybe we'll see a list later on of the reasons why men are walking away. But the other thing that we also have to consider here is, as a man, would you ask any of these women for dating advice? Now, I've had conversations with the Emperor, Neogric, my Nisama, and a couple other people. And the general consensus is this. The only people who you should take dating advice and relationship advice from are the people who are successful at it. Beyond that, it's a waste of time to even consider. Well, it's not a waste of time to consider even asking others, but it does bring up a question here, so to speak. And that question falls under the context of, not just who should we ask, who can we ask? Because all girls, it seems nowadays, especially if you're a guy who's graduating high school, all women want the HOE phase, and then they don't stop till they're 30. Yes, the wall is undefeated. But I digress. Who are some really good examples we could get some dating advice from? Well, dating gurus, as long as they're actually successful at relationships and dating, very reasonable expectations of somebody being able to give decent advice. We could sit there and say that for sure. But how about we ask the matchmaker what the problems are with modern dating, because she quit.
Literally, there's a distinct difference between marriage material, men who are ready to be husbands, and these F-boys that you've been messing around with in and out of these situationships with for years. And so now you have this standard for a man and a husband based on these dudes that have just been playboys, fun, boy toys, whatever you want to call it, girls, okay? You can call it whatever you want. But now you set this standard to say he's supposed to look like this, he's supposed to act like that. Oh, you know what? He's too corny. He likes me too much. He texts me too much. Yeah, because the men that you were messing with, you weren't even the only one. They don't text you right back. They don't call you right back because they have 8 more just like you. So a man comes along that is crazy about you and is interested in you, and I'm sorry to say, you have friend zoned the men that really you're compatible with, the men that would make a wonderful husband. A lot of you have friend zoned the good dude who's ready to be a husband and a father and give you some pretty babies.
Thank you, Mrs. Pope, for showing us that this is what women have been doing. They've been dating the players and Mr. Neck Tattoo, and they've just been running around with these guys, not knowing what a real relationship is or should look like. You know, on one hand, we should feel pity for these women, but on the other, we really shouldn't. Why? Because they bring this on themselves. They choose these people. So I don't feel bad for women in this regard, because most women would choose to go out with guys who have like 3 other women or 4 other women on the back burner, and then they go on the date, and then the guy treats them like this, for Pete's sake here.
He just put his head right here, and he get real cozy, and he just stays there late at night.
Are you turned on?
Not in the slightest.
It's because I don't think I'm doing it right.
Can I give you some tips?
Can I give you one?
Can I have the purple one?
Sure.
I actually like eating onions.
Matches your outfit.
It does. Oh.
What? You're the girl for me. What size bra do you wear? Answer.
I don't wear bras.
You don't wear bras.
No.
They're exceptionally perky.
Okay, enough. Don't talk about that.
Yes. Are you lactating?
No.
I need it with my cookies.
Oh my god.
Cheers. Yeah.
Actually,
You want some? Go.
not gonna work.
Go.
Okay.
And I will not watch you walk away.
Please don't.
Would you?
Comedy skits aside here, you know, I always did appreciate Dr. Seuss's Grinch character. Although this guy didn't capture Jim Carrey's Grinch, but he caught the attitude of the Grinch pretty well, if you ask me. So, with that being the case here, you know, these are the kind of men, you know, not Grinch kind of men, but players, bad boys. These are the kinds of men that women have chased, pursued, and still continue to chase and pursue. They don't understand why they're so attracted to it. You know, we could sit here and say trauma this, trauma bonding that, this, that, and the other thing. But it does show us one fundamental flaw in society. Women go not necessarily by how they feel. Well, it's true, women do go by how I feel. Don't mistake me there. No, what I'm saying here is that this is what society has pushed on women for a very, very long time. Now, what do I mean by when I say that? I mean, they've pushed the narrative that it's these kinds of men who have... Oh, what's the best example here? Ah, yes. Let's go with the women's smut books here, for example. For you guys who have had girlfriends or wives or ex-wives, and they started reading those trashy romance novels, you know what I'm talking about here. Woman, bad things happen to her, and yes, you can even include 50 Shades of Grey in this little category here. Women gets involved with a guy who's not exactly, oh, nice, good man, good for the family, good for society kind of thing. But, you know, he's got money, he's confident, and all that jazz. And this guy is the one that women are drawn to, attracted to. And all the other guys, as Miss Pope said earlier, well, Mrs. Pope said earlier, she is married to a pastor here. You know, it's very flat out. These are the men that women have been programmed to say, oh, he's just my cup of tea. I can fix him. I can change him. While in the meantime, guys are just kind of leaning back, pulling up their favorite drink, and just watching as this train wreck goes on. So, that being said here, you know, this is the woman's fantasy. Now, what do men say about this? Well, guys say a lot of different things. But the thing we have to consider here are what the men list as their complaints. And what are guys' complaints? You'll see here in a second. But the point is no one is listening to the men either. For Pete's sake.
True.
Listen.
10. Desire for independence. Some men and women can't be bothered with the effort required to find, attract, and keep a keeper. It's not only a lot of work just to get one good one, but then there's the ongoing maintenance. Every good relationship takes a lot of effort. There's a saying that men believe the work is over when he gets married or gets into a serious relationship, while women think the work is just beginning. Just like going to the gym is how you maintain a fit body, relationships require ongoing effort. Some people are content on their own without the added work. Example. Jake values his independence and enjoys his solo pursuits. He finds that dating requires just too much effort and often compromises his freedom. He was happy being single and so decided to remain single to maintain his lifestyle. The desire for independence and the freedom to live on one's own terms is powerful and why some men are walking away from dating. Ladies need to understand that if they want a good relationship, appreciating and rewarding good behavior gets more of it than punishing bad behavior. Never nag. Walking away from dating is a personal choice influenced by many factors, from past experiences to individual goals and mental health. Noisy trap.
Thank you, Miss Jorgensen, for that list. Now, I have 2 caveats for her list. First off, fear of commitment. I have never met a man who was ever truly afraid of commitment. Now, what are men truly afraid of? Losing everything. You know, let's put this into the proper context here. If you walk up to a man and say, hey, I found you a wife, a life partner who will be there for you. Your best friend, let's not go with the best friend route here. Your friend, your cheerleader, your rock, your pillar. Most men would say, yeah, sign me up. I could use something like that in my life. Hell, I've wanted something like that my whole life. I have that one person who I can rely on and actually go to when things are just, Most men would say, sign me up. They're never going to stab you in the back. They're never going to betray you. Most men would be like, hell yeah, sign me up. Men have never been afraid of commitment. It's what happens when you commit to the wrong person and you lose everything. You can always rebuild, they say. How many years does it take to rebuild? 5, 10, 15, 20? Do you really want to spend that time rebuilding, getting just back from point A to point B, and then eventually on to C? Men have never been afraid of commitment. It's losing that commitment. Losing it that men have always had a problem with. Now, on to being independent. Okay. To preface this, you're not afraid of being independent. No one is ever afraid of losing their independence. They're afraid of losing the person who they were. And this applies to both men and women here, folks. Men and women. Where people have destroyed completely good relationships just from thinking, oh, if I change this, I'm going to change and I'm not going to be who I am anymore. Sadly, both men and women fall into this trap, but let's give a round of applause, to Ms. Jorgensen for actually listening to men. And let's give Mrs. Pope a round of applause too, because she's highlighted the fact that all women go for are the playboys and Chad Megabucks, or Giga Chad, if you will, here. So let's have a quick review here. Besides the one from the Hook video, lady number one, she wants traditional men, she wants traditional dating, yet she doesn't want to give him the traditional female values. We'll go with that. Okay, lady number two, 3 kids with another man, and the new man she's looking for says, I want kids too. What does she say? Nope. I have my kids and you should be okay with that, is her general attitude. You want kids, you're not for her. Now, to give her a little wiggle room, we can sit here and say that, you know, if he had kids and she had kids, you know, they might be able to work something out. But, you know, that's an if at best there. So let us keep that in mind. Okay, folks? And then I already brought up Miss Pope and Mrs. Pope and Miss Jorgensen. Okay, we're good there. Now, for the guys out there who are like, I don't want that. I would just want to be like Giga Chad over there working the bar. Okay, if he's truly Giga Chad and he truly knows how to work a room, you know, you can go over to him, buy him a beer, buy him his favorite drink, whatever, get his tips and tricks, and then you're going to spend the next 3 to 5 years just getting what he does down. That means you're developing the confidence, you're walking around the room, you're getting comfortable, and then you're also working on getting your body in shape. You're going to spend the next 3 to 5 years just doing that. And, you know, assuming we get to that, you know, 1% pinnacle of the pickup guy, out of 10, you know, here's what's going to happen. And, you know, we're not going to highball, we're going to lowball this. Okay, you walk into the bar, you walk around the room, 10 different women. If you're lucky, if he's lucky, he's going to get 6 to talk. He's going to get 6 phone numbers. Then he's only going to get 3 responses. And if he has the god of luck on his side, he's going to get 2 dates, and he's going to get lucky once. And if the god of luck is truly on his side, twice. Because the thing that most men do not see is the amount of rejection guys go through. And you don't believe me? Listen to the guys who have walked away from that lifestyle. They sit there and talk about how I'm spinning too many plates. I'm hanging out with this girl while this other girl's blowing up my phone, while this other one is asking for a date. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of time, it's a lot of effort. Sad to say, but that's the truth. And the reality could be even worse. You could go to the bar, work the whole bar. Out of 10, you get 1 phone number and no response. As the caveat there. Now, what are my 2 cents here? Go out and find out what works for you. That's going to be what's best for you. The listener, the guy who actually wants something. Go find out what works for you. That's going to be my best advice here. Now, if you're looking for people to listen to, Mrs. Pope, Miss Jorgensen, great. Whatever the women you see on Fresh and Fit and the whatever, no go. Red pillars sometimes have nuggets of wisdom, but it's not always great. But in any case, this is Ghost Hunter 385 signing off. I will see everybody in the next video.